Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm super excited to be sharing with you one of my favorite sauces. It's a chimichurri sauce and I'm gonna be topping it over grilled chicken. You can top this over burgers, lamb chops, you can make it as a dressing or as a marinade, but we're gonna use grilled chicken today and keep it simple. I'm gonna be using the Daragal frozen herbs. I'm gonna use today some cilantro and the parsley, and it's super easy. One of the things that you will need is a really great blender or a food processor. I'm gonna be using my blender today. Besides using these two canisters from Daragal, you'll also need a quarter of an onion, a wedge of a lemon, a quarter of a cup of red wine vinegar, 4 to 6 garlic cloves, a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and salt and pepper to taste. So first we want to cut a wedge off of the lemon. The next thing we want to do is cut this onion in half and quarter it, because we're going to use a quarter. Then we're going to get a measuring cup and we're going to pour some red wine vinegar. We're going to need a quarter cup of vinegar. And next we'll be using a half a cup of olive oil. So the last thing we're gonna do is drizzle in some olive oil. We wanna do this slowly while the blender's still running. This is gonna help emulsify the dressing. So once that's all done, we'll get a nice bowl, we'll pour it into the bowl, and I have the grilled chicken. We're gonna dress the chicken with this and just pair it with a nice wedge of lemon so you can squeeze and sprinkle that on top. I really love using these products because these frozen fresh herbs save so much time. The fact that they're in the fridge, already chopped, already washed, and they've been harvested and packed immediately. So you know you're tasting amazing herbs, which adds great flavor and enhances the dish. Next up, we're gonna make a lemon garlic white bean hummus. So everyone at our house loves hummus, even my kids. So I have to jazz it up and make it different and interesting. So I decided today to use white bean with lemon, garlic, and basil. One of our favorites here. So let's get started on that lemon, garlic, basil, white bean hummus. And we're gonna be using these two canisters from Daragal. I'll be using the basil and the garlic. So what we're gonna need to make this dish is we're gonna start off by taking some whole wheat pitas that we're gonna cut up in quarters, and we're gonna put it in the oven for about 10 minutes on 350. So let's get started and pour all our ingredients into the blender. So we're gonna take a can of white cannellini beans that we've drained, and we're gonna pour this into the blender first. Next, we're gonna add our basil leaves and our chopped garlic. So in this canister, there's about 1.5 bunches of basil. We won't need that much, so we're just gonna use about a quarter of this canister. And the great thing is that we can just close it and put it right back into the freezer and save the rest for another time. Next up, we'll need to add the fresh frozen garlic from Daragal. This canister holds about 15 cloves of garlic that's already been crushed. We're just gonna need 4 cloves of garlic, so I'm just gonna sprinkle in a little bit. Next thing, we'll add a pinch of fresh grounded sea salt. And we're gonna grind some fresh peppercorn. And the lemon juice. And then we'll finish it off with the olive oil and hit blend. It's about a quarter of a cup. So I've got these pita chips that I've taken out of the oven, and I'm just gonna arrange them on this gorgeous platter. Set them all around so that we can put our hummus right in the center. What I love the most about the product is that it's harvested and processed right away, which maintains all of the freshness and all of the flavor. It's really easy for you to use because it's already been washed and already been chopped. So all you need to do is open the package and use it. And if you don't use the whole thing, then you can just put it back in the freezer and use the rest for later. And the great thing about it is that it saves so much time having my children using these Daragal products because they're already washed, already chopped, and all ready to go.